Welcome back, FLR community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. Happy Monday. Yes, we did have the FLR drop just recently. I hope you've all been claiming it, getting it wrapped, all that good stuff. It's great to see so many people in the chat. We've got Senior Steak 777, we've got JV in the house, Anna, Tasmanian, Crypto Granny. Who else have we got in here? Thomas. Valiant Energy, of course, never misses a stream. We've got Altcoin Zone, Jimmy Thing, Wayteller, Professor, Thugs Bunny, Brandon. Wow, looking very busy. Yeah, I hope you guys are well, and you know what time it is. We're going to jump into the news of the week, and we're going to start here on Sparkles and give this a quick refresh just to see the top performing NFT collections of the week. At the minute, topping the charts is FLR Apes in first place, and in second place we have Doodle Bunnies. They're about to launch their breeding program, which is pretty exciting, and we do actually have 4 of these in the Lucky Claw treasury. In third place we have Flamingo Friends, and in fourth place, speaking of Lucky Claws, we are topping the charts there in fourth. Well, not topping the charts, but you know, still doing pretty well. Fifth place, we have FLR Punks 2. Sixth, Fat Cats. Fourth, the Minerals, and we've also got some of these in the Lucky Claw collection too. Moving on, we have the signal provider statistics. This is FLR Metrics, a website developed by FTSO AU, a sponsor of the channel. And it looks like we have FTSO London topping the charts in first place. We have Evolve FTSO in second. Third place, Solaris. In fourth place, Nordso. And in fifth place, FLR Dienst. All of them are, well, the majority of them in the top 10 are oversubscribed, with the exception of FTSO London. Speaking of FTSO AU, they've recently had a change in their algorithm, and it does seem that they are performing much better these days. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone in the community who are supporting FTSO AU. They're helping the Lucky Claw project, and we're going to get to see that benefit at the end of the month once we get this payment going into the treasury, which is shared between all holders of Lucky Claws. Yes, as I mentioned to you earlier in the intro, the FLR drop is here. If you are holding, or if you have been holding WFLR in your own wallet over the course of the past month, then you should be able to claim. Now, you can do this on many websites. I personally go to portal.flr.network. That's how you can have access to your FLR drop. It's not airdropped into your wallet automatically, right? This is done manually. You actually have to claim it. Big news coming here from Coinbase, probably the biggest news of the week, right? Trading will begin for FLR once they have the liquidity conditions met, and that has actually happened. FLR is now trading on one of the most popular and liquid marketplaces or exchanges in the world, and that's Coinbase. And they don't just list any assets, so I'm really happy that that's happened. You know, it's going to allow a lot of people to be introduced to this incredible network, and a lot of people have also received the FLR distribution from Coinbase. I know it's been a long time coming, but it is what it is. You have them now, and I really hope that you've learned your lesson in terms of self-custody. I'm going to talk about that just a little bit in a second. As said before, their trading pair is now live. I've used this. It looks pretty liquid. I think they've only got one pairing, and that is to USDT. And yeah, hopefully we see some more in the future. Here we go. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. Maybe some harsh truths coming up. Let's start with this one. If it plans to load. Here we go. Right. Harsh truth number one, right? If you're expecting to receive FLR on Coinbase, which a lot of people already have, in fact, I believe everyone has, please, please, please learn from the past. Take your FLR off the exchange, and this goes for any asset actually. Use it as intended. Please delegate it, and as a result, you're going to receive the FLR airdrops and rewards directly into your own wallet without having to rely on an exchange, right? If you're holding assets on an exchange, particularly FLR, you're at their mercy. Please learn from this. What's happened that you access and you're able to withdraw it, please do so, and you will be in complete control. I think that's very important to mention. And I did follow this up with another harsh truth, and that is this one here, right? And this is just to temper expectations, right? As more exchanges release FLR, it is inevitable that more FLR becomes wrapped, right? You can't wrap it directly on an exchange. So if more FLR is being withdrawn from the exchanges, it's sensible to think that more of that FLR in existence will be wrapped. As the FLR drop and delegation rewards are based on the percentage of WFLR that you hold, you can expect reward rates to slowly decrease as participation on the FLR network increases. So it's sort of a double-edged sword, right? The delegation rewards may reduce and the FLR drop rewards may reduce over time, but that is at the cost of the increase in participation on the network. And I think that's a pretty good trade-off, if you ask me. Instead of being negative about how the reward and the distribution may decline because of the increased participation, you should feel positive that you are able to benefit from the higher rewards long before others. I think this is a general trend that we're going to see long into the future, just as we did with Songbird. Life is about perspective, so are you a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of person? I'm personally very optimistic about this because the more people that are interacting with the network, essentially the more valuable it is, right? So that's just my thoughts on there, a little bit of a hot take. Let me know what you guys think about that. Got some news from Oracle Swap actually. They're releasing their V2 DEX version 2, and some of the primary features that they'll be adding is a new UI standing for user interface. The eligible pools will earn Pro, that's their profit token, and SGB simultaneously. OSLP holders will be able to vote on which two FTSO or signal providers are selected each epoch. Oracle holders will be able to vote on which pools can receive Pro, and FLR Vision will also distribute the airdrops or the FLR drops. Sorry, that's FLR version. So all pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited for V2. They've been a little bit quiet from what I know. Recently we're still using their first version, which is still very functional, but again, these are pretty essential, you know. I think especially the FLR drops. This is going to be what differentiates many of the DEXs in the place. If they're not supporting the FLR drops, then they're going to have a pretty crazy APY to counterbalance that. So it is what it is. I'm excited to see further developments from Oracle Swap, and I hope that you are too. FLRdashboard.io, a really interesting concept developed by, again, Banker DeFi, aka Ash and Eric. They've been building this platform which allows you to get an insight into the various signal providers and what they're building, what they plan to build, and how they're supporting both Songbird and FLR. And I must reiterate this, I really think that it's important to support the builders and don't just chase the reward rate, okay? There are some people that are, I guess, have been bought out by a single developer who's selling his algorithm to multiple signal providers and centralizing the whole system, and he's raking in a lot of money because a lot of delegators just chase the reward rate. And in fact, they are getting a higher reward rate, yes, but this is at the cost of the network performance and decentralization. So I'd highly recommend you check out this particular website. It's flare-dashboard.io, and you can get an inside scoop onto what everyone's building. I guess pertaining to this tweet here, they're going to bring a community incentive program, which rewards weekly FLR tokens to community members who contribute suggestions and improvements to the Flare dashboard platform. So if you are familiar with this website, please feel free to check it out. And if you make a suggestion, you never know, you may just win some FLR. Just seen a message from easypeasy.co.uk. Has airdrops happened? Not received. Well, the airdrop has happened. You need to claim it, right? This is the thing. It's not distributed automatically. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, you can go to portal.flare.network. Wow, sorry about this, guys. My computer is going pretty slow recently. Probably needs a restart, to be honest. Here we go. You can go to portal.flare.network to actually claim them. They're not distributed automatically. Solidify app has had another update. They're pretty quick with their updates, pretty fast iterations, and they've added Flare dashboard, which again is always reassuring. I like the fact that they're sort of implementing some of these things that have been built by the community directly into their app. I believe that they also have a feed for some of my videos, which again is very I'm very grateful for. What else do we have here? Yes, the Flare time series Oracle, the FTSO, utilizes the network structure to deliver highly decentralized price data and data series to decentralized applications on Flare without relying on centralized data providers. So every single data provider is or should be gathering their prices from various exchanges. They're almost an oracle in themselves, and collectively they submit data to the Flare time series oracle. And this is why we have such an accurate and decentralized system. And as I said before, there are people or entities that are colluding, unfortunately, but you as a delegator, you can take that power away from them by choosing to delegate to a verified signal provider. You may be wondering what it means to be verified. Well, it means being able to display the code to show that you are actually retrieving the data from all of these exchanges in an independent way. You're not relying on a service. Okay, so very important indeed. What do we have here? Yes, this is actually pretty big news for those holding the Lucky Claw collection. So I had a big announcement last week. In fact, we had two, one of them being a sponsorship from Decent Wallets. We've got 13 no, actually, sorry, it's 12 Decent hardware wallets to give away to lucky winners of the Lucky Claw collection. This is going to be one every single quarter for the next 3 years, and the first draw is actually happening tomorrow. We've got 50,000 FLR up for grabs, some beautiful NFTs, and obviously a physical Flare Community Poker Club deck of cards. So if you are holding, we've got some exciting things to look forward to tomorrow. We're going to be doing this 24 hours from now, from when I started this stream. And yes, if you are interested in getting a Decent wallet, they are actually a partner of mine, and you can get a $30 discount with a link in the description of this video. Moving along. Once the page loads, here we go. The second big announcement was actually this one, this sponsorship with Expector. So Expector are basically building the Expectorverse, a very promising metaverse, and it's not just built on the XRP ledger, it's going to interact with multiple chains, and they are already providing infrastructure support for the Flare network in terms of being an oracle or sort of, a signal provider. But we've got 3 of the original agents, we've got 3 of their land packages, and we've got 3 of the DS collection too. So again, another sponsorship that's bulking out the Lucky Claw treasury. This is the final warning. Every single month, I'm going to be giving away a Lucky Claw NFT to a Patreon member of the legendary tier. And that means that, we've got 35 NFTs in the treasury, and they're going to be given away one every month for the next 3 years to a lucky Patreon member, and there aren't that many now, so the odds are pretty good. Thought I'd give you a heads up. Later this week, I'm going to be dropping this bomb. This is the very first NFT governance system for NFT holders, and maybe it's definitely on Songbird and FLR. I think it's a first in crypto in general, and I have tons of great ideas. And you know, I think that's one of the benefits of being a Lucky Claw holder, that you get to benefit from some of these unique concepts that haven't been done before. And trust me, I have many. I'm building out an ecosystem. This is not just a generic NFT collection, and we've already achieved so much in terms of sponsorship over the past 2 months since the collection launched. And you know, over the course of the next 3 years, you can expect some really big things coming. The first one being this, a first of its kind NFT governance system, which allows holders to vote on the direction of the collection. You're going to be able to vote on various metrics that affect the collection itself and affect you as a holder. Finally, wanted to wrap up with this tweet, and this is about FIP01. So just a quick recap here. FIP01, or FLR Improvement Proposal 01, the very first one, it changed the distribution method for the future FLR drops, right? And this is something that I think was really important to purge out a lot of the haters in the community. A lot of people were just expecting to receive this airdrop for the next 3 years simply because they held XRP in 2020. Now, this vote passed with an overwhelming support, and as I said, FIP01 passing has purged many of the freeloaders with no interest in what's being built on the FLR network and its many novel features. If people want to buy FLR now, they have to buy from someone who understands the future potential of this incredible network. All of the FLR that's being distributed is being distributed to those who are participating. And I'd like to think that we are a knowledgeable bunch. And, you know, with the increase of FLR being wrapped, in fact, I did have a tweet that I was supposed to get up here, but let me see. Because this is an interesting metric. This is from FLR.space. They're basically giving all of these nice infographics, and you can see here that 71.4% of the available circulating supply of FLR is now wrapped. That's quite big, if you ask me, almost you know, 3/4. So it shows you just how much FLR is actually being extracted from the exchange, held in their own wallets. And you know, this extraction from exchanges, this withdrawal from the exchanges, means that there is a limited supply on the exchanges. And what does that mean? Well, it can mean a few things. So the people that want to sell, there's not necessarily as much liquidity. The people that want to buy, there's not necessarily that much liquidity. And you know, with the simple equation of supply and demand and basic economics, you know that if the supply is reduced on exchanges, let's say, theoretically, if the demand is there to sort of want to buy that supply, the price should go up. So I'm very hopeful. I'm really pleased about FIP01 passing. I think it was an incredible proposal that's helped in numerous ways. And another one being the reduction of inflation over the next couple of years. But we're going to see that play out as the months pass. But yeah, that's pretty much this week's news. If you are a Patreon member, please feel free to jump over to the Discord. We are going to have a good old chinwag over here at the bottom on the left, the Patreon call every single week. And if you aren't a Patreon member, don't worry. Every Thursday we have an open chat, a good old chinwag on the community stage again. Here, same time that we start streaming, and hopefully you can make it there too. So with that being said, that's this week's news. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, I'm out.